We're just farting around. I'm gonna use some of this and some of it not.
But I don't have my makeup on yet.
Okay.
That goes for the last 70 years, of course.
The last 70 years?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
I just use a bag.
There you go. Hey, it is what it is.
You get the powers of the milk.
Do you got any words of wisdom? This is probably gonna be a sucky video, but I'm trying to get y'all to save it. It's about organizing yourself a little bit. You got any words of wisdom on that? Just to drop the hat. How do you organize yourself? Because you're crazier than I am by far.
Daddy.
Well, you know.
Well, I mean, she don't act crazier, but she's got way more irons than fire.
No, I don't know. No, I always got a long list of stuff I'm working on. You know, and
like an actual list.
Yeah, and the secret to all that, of course, is prioritizing.
Yes, that's kind of what I hit on a little bit too.
And if there's a huge thing going on, I'm a big person on lists. You know that. I got 2 or 3 lists hanging on my refrigerator, which is what brings me to my little trip over here today. I need to get your service truck. Okay. But as I'm making hay and stuff, for instance, and I detect little things wrong with my machines or something that needs worked on, although I can go ahead and do the hay thing, I make a list, get the parts in, and then I fix Logger Wade up someday whenever he's all laid back and we go to the shop. But anyhow, I'm going down today, me and Dude here, and clean out the garage and get ready to do that, you know, and I'll go by priorities on it. So I don't know, as far as organizing yourself goes, you know, you can't 100% of the time be completely taken up. You got to have a little bit of spare time, you know, blank time, which is the problem I fall in with whenever I get a little overwhelmed, you know. And then you kind of turn into the person you're not. Mm-hmm. And the people around you, if they're like the people I live with, will let you know. I don't believe this is you. You better change something. But I don't know. I believe that being organized is just a thing of lists. List in your head, list on the paper. Prioritize not what you want to do, but what needs to be done. What affects... I always got this rule, dollars first, because we're business people. We came from nothing, seen plenty of hard times, you know. So on your priority list, you know, I want to work on my flowers, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. But guess what? Probably ought to color mulch because it's going to rain next week, and I can't color in the rain. So all that gets pushed to the back burner. Prioritizing is huge. Not being selfish, you know, as we tend to be... what is it they say? The key to a perfect marriage is give in 90% of the time. Because if everybody gives in 90% of the time, it'll probably be a 50-50 deal. Because that's how selfish we are as people. So you have to fight that all the time, doing what's the most important, I think. You know?
Yeah, that's one thing I hit on. See, because I fall into the trap a lot, and I think a lot of people do, to where you try to work efficient.
Right.
And what you really need to do is work effective. Meaning that once you make your list, that's all nice and good. And you can make it to where you can go down your list and you can be like, well, I'm right here, so I'll bang out bang, 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 bang. And you're just following that list like it's a holy grail.
Oh, no.
But what you need to do is like, so this is the most important, and the number 6 is the second most important.
Yeah.
Yeah, but number 3 is right beside when you're doing number 1.
Right.
So you can do number 1, and you could also start in number 3, and you could save yourself some time doing number 1 and 3 together. But if 5 is way more important than 3, then piss on.
Well,
you see what I mean?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And that's the trap you can fall into with the list, because that's what I was.
Your list is an outline. It's not necessarily the roadmap. It's an outline. It's of things that you thought were important. And what I use my list a whole lot for is whenever I catch myself being a little ornery or not motivated. Or
yeah, it gets you going.
It's cold outside and I don't want to go out there and lay on the concrete down there in that shed and work on hay equipment, you know. But hey, on the list is something else that's a little more civilized. Something else maybe you can do in the office or whatever, you know. You can use your list of that too, so you keep yourself going. You have to be nice to yourself, or you're not nice to anybody else.
That's good. Okay.
That's
all right. I'll tear into it then from here.
You've thought about this a lot more than I have.
No, I haven't.
We have a birdhouse to hang.
But what do you? Here's the thing I'm getting on.
Shed to clean up, and prongs to put on a hay rake.
So if a bird okay.
Hay tedder.
Bird shed. Boy, it's been busy. We got Sunday. I've been working on knickknacks, doing great, figuring some things out. I want to show you all something. I'm gonna show you all some things that I got to do, and it's really helped me out a bunch. I started carrying a notepad and a pencil in my back pocket. Man, I'm telling you, that's helped out a bunch. I've been listening to some help things and stuff, and getting a little bit, trying to get my time where it's, because my time's a mess. Those of you who's watched me for very long knows I'm terrible at managing my time. I got a lot going on, and it's just, and I'm doing it to myself. I'm not playing victim card here. I know I'm doing it to myself, okay? So that's one, and I'll tell you another one. Wait a minute. Another one is a notebook. I've been, look at that, that's Geraldine on the front there. But anyways, I've been making notes here, and it's helped me out a bunch, and I've been using, when I get spare time, like once a week. Now I just write down with a normal, I got the Pilot G2 pen, which is a fine tip pen. It's good for writing, and once a week I write down everything. So I got it color coded. I got red is important info for life hacks and stuff like that, and information, and green's info for the company, and then blue is info for logger weight. So if it's my personal life, it's red. If it's sawmill, it's green, and if it's logger weight, it's blue. And then anything I think of, anything I want to write down, I just write it down. This guy told me about how many fish you need to remove from a pond per year to keep your fish getting larger. Here's some photography stuff about ND filters and f-stops and stuff on your lens, on your camera. And then here's some, I don't want to get phone numbers, hang on. Switch page, I don't want anybody's phone number on there. There's one about effective storytelling and stuff. So like if you're telling a story or something, what people need from, and here's video ideas and stuff like that. And 7 secrets for great speeches. I should have been red on that one. But then here I get in here a little farther, and here's a maintenance week we pulled, and this is all work related. Tiny, Puddin', Brutus, Boom, Resaw. Now I'm writing anything down, so like a pen, I homemade a pen for Brutus for the Quadco head, and I wrote my dimensions down and stuff. I could always come back and check for Brutus and then find that if I ever needed that someday. And another thing is on the date that I write this in, I'm putting on the top corner of every page. So every page you dig through, you can dig through it by dates. I've only been doing this a couple months. See what I mean? So you can go to the date that you're doing. And in the back of the book, here's some important stuff. The Pareto principle, Roger Flax. I read a book on him. Let's see. Top 10 commandments for success. Okay, and here's some observations, like good helmets. People ask me stuff, what helmet, a Forester helmet. I use my welding helmet is a Speed Glass 9100. Here's your average nominal green lumber prices for the Appalachian market, which I have not got that filled out all the way yet, but I'm working on it. And here's a to-do list. Now, when you get a to-do item, I should have wrote this in the front of the book, but I wrote it in the back of the book. So when you get a to-do item, so say this is a grapple cracks, jib, and then a Brutus, and here's Tiny. Here's one we did. We fixed the center nut and Tiny. Derek and them did. So when you get done, you can always just check it off. So when you see boxes there, you know that you got a to-do item. And, repack main boom cylinder, new main line, grapple shock. That's a 648 G3. And then change an alternator in Tiny. And then that's the date it got done, the 22nd of August. Yeah, this is gonna be passwords, but I don't want you all to see that just yet. Here was a job that I wrote down when we did this center collector for the knuckle boom, and it should have been green, but it's not. But I'll come back there and fill it in for later. So when you come back later in a hurry, you can color code your way right to what you need. But here's all the pin numbers. and what color wire, and the pins that it went into the connectors that we had to take apart for the slip ring on and the cat boom. And here's logging jobs that we've done this year: Crane, Pike, Mitchell, Princeton, Harper, Rocky Point, Pfeiffer, Indian Mounds, Murray, non-landowner Indian, East, Ruby, Redbone, Long Tall, Tim. That's where we're at right now. And here's one: extra time in man cave, stuff I need to do. So this is my to-do list in the man cave. Speakers for influence, and here's definitions for stuff I hear once in a while. So if you're listening to something, you're trying to make yourself a better person, and you come across one of these big names, I stop the recording right there. I look it up and I write the definition down. I left 2 pages for definitions. I figure 2 pages will get me through the book. By the time I get done with this book, then what you do when you get done is on the inside cover, I got the start date 9/8/20, and when I get done, I'll write the end date. So when I get done, when these books are all filed, and stuff later on down the road, all I got to do is go to the book, pull it out, and look at my date, and I know what I'm looking for. You know, I know which dates that they are in between. And then on New Year's Day or something, I can go through these or whatever, or when I get time or something, and when I go from one book to the other, I can write the transferred important stuff on to the next book, or let it go and just keep it in filing. That type of thing there. But that's something I've been doing to, it's really making a difference between that and this. Oh, and another thing, don't do a to-do list. It adds stress to your life. So one thing I've learned is do on my phone, hang on. This has helped me out a bunch. Calendar things. So I got my calendar and I got repeat things that comes up every day. So my day's all on a timer. Certain parts of a day I need to change and do something else, and this phone, as I go through my day, lets me know what subjects I need to step off on, so it keeps me from being too much of a perfectionist and being more of a get-her-doneist type of thing. And so I do whatever logging videos I can do of a night or something like that, and then this phone tells me when to shut it off, do my workout, and get ready for bed, that type of thing. So, and I've been doing this for about a month and a half, and the results have been fantastic, just so y'all know. Now let's go up and take a look at the log yard. I want to show y'all while I got a second. I want to take y'all up to the log yard. But I'll hit on this again. I'll hit on this stuff again later on, but this is important. Anybody that's time screwed like my time is, you can't extend your time. All you can do is extend your effectiveness. And another thing that they've told me is don't focus all your efforts on being efficient. Focus your efforts on being effective. And I'm terrible at that. I work so hard to try to make myself efficient. Bam, 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 make things lock together as I'm knocking jobs out. But that's not the key. The key is to make yourself effective. What do you delegate? Writing this stuff down to where it ain't carrying it around up in here. And then when this notepad fills up, say I got a few things on here on a notepad. Well, when the notepad gets important stuff on a notepad, it needs transferred to this book so it's locked in the vault, I just move this over. But I ain't carrying that stuff around in my head like I used to. My head's clearer, my stress level's lower. That stuff is really helping a bunch. I'm here to tell you, it is really helping a bunch. I keep this stuff with me in my backpack. Now the backpack I keep with me is, I forgot what the brand is, but you can look up Gunny Bag. It's the bag Lee Ermey endorsed before he passed away. And let me tell you something, if it's good enough for the Gunny, it's good enough for me. I'll take y'all up the log yard. All right, this here, that's the poplar. Now poplar is actually doing okay right over here, the short piles. Poplar's doing okay, it's on a rebound. So we're sawing as much of the poplar as we can, but setting back a lot of these other species. And now, the thing is, these species we're setting back, this is ash. And
isn't a toilet yet, and we're hoping it'll come back before we have to saw it. If not, we'll take a whooping on it. But now the red oak up here, then we're just sitting on the red oak over here. There's one rig, two rigs. They're long rigs, but I think that's all we got. I can't see any other. 3 rigs. There's a short red oak rig over here. Let me back y'all up. Right here's a short red oak rig. Now there's the ash we're setting by a couple. Got 2 rigs over there, ash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rigs of ash. There's 5 rigs total of ash we're setting on. And there's walnut and cherry over here. There's 2 long rigs of that we're setting on because they're coming from the Boston freight. This is the beef up for the winter, see? And back here you got your pine. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 rigs of pine. A rig of Kentucky coffee and elm, it looks like. And here's 2 rigs of sassafras. 2 short rigs of beech, 2 short rigs of sycamore. 2 longer rigs in pallet stock. And there's 1, 2, 3 more rigs in pallet stock. And a rig of ash. And then what's on the ground level on the log yard has not been took up yet. So it's starting to build. Right now today, what you're seeing is today is the 8th of November. There's another rig of pallet stock. There's soft maple, 2 small rigs of soft maple. Then we got a short rig of hard maple right here. And the long hard maple should be on the other side. Well, long there, it's mostly 12s, and there is some 14s, 16s there. They sold hickory the other day. Here's 2 rigs of hickory here. That's your hickory rigs. But we're off to the inventory's built. We're trying to saw what we can. It's not priced horrible right now. There's the chips stacking up. There's the pattern order lumber. Anybody needs green lumber? It's rough cut green lumber. Make sure and go to bearhollowindiana.com. That's our website for this company. And talk to Mommy on there. She'll cut you all out pattern orders. Very. Our prices are very common prices. I don't know what she's got a foot out of that. That's poplar pattern orders. And there's 2 more poplar pattern orders over here out of, it looks like 2 common. People orders pattern orders for barns and decks and fences. One guy's having us cut out a bunch of slats that's 6 foot long for a privacy fence. It's out of thin pallet wood. He said he went to Lowe's. He said that stuff's pricey bad. He said he can't justify doing it. So he said, hell, we'll get you all to do it. I said, well, I guarantee you the price will knock your socks off because it's straight from the. We bought this stuff standing on the stump, so you're not getting the middleman and stuff in there. That's the kind of stuff he's wanting for his privacy fences right here. This them 64s and he wants 72-inch pieces, but they're like that. He's gonna make a privacy fence out of that stuff. Here's the poplar over here. This is ready to go out. Jasper dimension. That's one common. That's all poplars are sawing. That's all over there. That's gonna go through the pallet. When it won't make 3 common, or if you're not selling 3 common in that species, or 3 common, you're making it pallet wood. Now this is hickory they gotta go through yet. It's slow, but that's the last of the hickory to go through the pallet ring. It's hard on bands. Hickory's very hard to saw. God's the mill can't stand sawing hickory. It's just a hard love it. mulch plant real quick, and I'll show y'all what's going on up there. As far as building up the chip pile, and getting ready for next year's mulch season in 2021. We'll run through here. So here's the bark that's not been ground yet, straight off the debarker. It's got chunks and stuff in it. But some of it's pretty good. Now this here is poplar. This is poplar bark, and that over there is pignut hickory bark. And there's sawmill sawdust. And all the sawmill dust comes out that pan now. Where it used to come out over here, but we got our mess back here from the construction. Still got to be cleaned up. So we still got a bunch of stuff picked up and clean up here yet to button this project up. And we're not going to go back to this winter. We're going to control our erosion and come back to it next year. So we're going to have to button this project up and wait for next year on it. Everything over here is working good though. We're pretty happy with it. We had a bearing go out of that auger because it ain't been used forever. I guess the bearing was about out of it. When we started up, the daggone bearing went out after a few days. So I got the new bearing and everything to put in it. Just got to wait on the time to put it in. Which, as a matter of fact, I don't have that wrote down my to-do list. See, that's what I'm saying. You're walking around, just pull it out and write it down. It is so simple to do. When you put your box by what you're talking about, see an open box like that, then you know it's a to-do list. Install dust auger hanger bearing with grease fitting. See, you write it down and you don't have to carry that stuff around with you, and you're way more effective of a person. And you can get them little notebooks. They don't take up no room in your pockets. I mean, it's just a piece of damn cake. Head over to Bear Hollow and check out over there. Head up to Bear Hollow and check out our inventory up there. Starting to build. We're building up wood for next year, and some pulpwood too. And of course, this is back last year, the November last year, so that pulpwood, we know we're going to use it up because this scanner that we got putting in that's coming up, I don't know when it comes up in the vidges here, but the scanner that we're putting in the mill is going to really knock down on our mulch pile probably. So we're going to need more pulpwood. And there's scrapings that Stevie ground up from the yard scrapings. And then here's our finished colored mulch, and it's got to last us through the winter. You know, nobody buys colored mulch through the winter, but we color some up ahead just in case. Which by the time I'm editing this video, we're already making colored mulch for the year. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to leave me likes and comments, hit the buttons and everything. And thank you all for your time. I hope this helps anybody in some way. I hope with these I'm always helping somebody. So it ain't wasting your time to watch me is what I'm hoping for. Thank you. Everybody have a good one. Later on. Need anything, go to largerweight.com and order it on the website. Anybody, as another thing, anybody that's ordering anything overseas that's not in the United States, you have to do the order manually. We do the order, but you have to do it manually. Email us on the website. We'll get back with you. We'll set up the order. If you want larger weight stuff, we'll make sure and get it to you. Thank you guys. Later on.
Well, you're supposed to say something. That's why. How'd you? All right. Relax. I'll do the talking.
Hello! My name's Jeff.
My name is Weaver. Yesterday, you got your hunting license.
Yep. I passed. So.
Barely. He cheated.
Shut up.
Well, I didn't know the parts of a bow, so they said you're allowed to help, but I don't know what. I've never shot with a bow, so I don't know the
You
parts
only
of a bow.
missed 2
Yeah, he only missed 2, but
out of 100.
yeah,
So I got 98%.
yeah. Okay, so do you have anything to share with anybody? This video. No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, after you.
I learned
After you.
what
That's
a
pretty
muzzleloader
thick hair
is.
you got. Well, it
That's
is.
because you don't have any.
Yeah, I know. Even thin hair seems pretty
secret.
thick to me. You know what? Even if you got thin hair, it seems thick to me. You know what?
Just seen yourself.
Huh?
Just seen yourself.
Yes. So, this video is about Daddy. I'm sharing some tips on how Daddy has got himself organized. Has Daddy seemed disorganized in you in the past?
Yep, quite a bit.
Like on what? How would you say that Daddy's disorganized? So you're lying. So Daddy's not really disorganized.
You are.
I am. When? How so?
You've been acting crazy.
Do you think I act crazy?
You've been acting crazy.
Oh. I've been growling a lot too, haven't I? Huh? What? Oh. Alright. So, since you're kind of boring and you're not adding anything to this. So, what's the deal with it? Tell us what the deal is with the therapy thing that you're gonna. So you're gonna be therapist Levi?
Oh, the sources of strength.
Yes.
Next
Which
week,
is pretty cool.
we're trying to prevent people from hurting themselves and prevent suicide.
Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and hit that bell. Thanks for watching the video and make sure to get that walkway.com mulch. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
We love you and see you.
He's like Demolition Man.